Knowledge family. I just want to do this video right quick because I was on the road and I kept hearing, and oh, I'm sorry, you know, the video might look a little dark today or whatever, but I'm ripping and running and I'm doing a lot of things, and I really didn't have time to set everything up. But look, I was out on, you know, doing a lot of running around and doing some things, and on the radio all I kept hearing is there is a lot of couples that are going places and then they are coming back by themselves. Like, you will have a couple go somewhere together, but then only one come back. And they've been doing this here for a minute, you know. And I think we need to talk about this, because I was like, let me talk about this with the Knowledge family, because it's been happening a little bit too often, you know, where it could be friends go on a trip, or a man and a woman go on a trip together as a couple or something like that, and then only one come back. Because I was hearing today, it was like 3 different stories, y'all, like 3 different stories, literally 3 different stories, and it's like the couple went somewhere but only one come back, and then the one that come back is not really talking to the family, won't tell the family where that other person is, or won't talk to the police about where that person is, or they just won't say anything. They like going silent and just won't cooperate with telling people where their loved ones are, you know. And it's been happening here a lot, because I heard 3 different stories that's going on today. And one was a male, that a male and a female went somewhere as a couple, and only the female came back, and the man is still missing. They don't know where he is, okay? And then it was the same way with females. That is 2 cases out here now, and you know, one of them is a pretty big story too, is that they went somewhere together, but only the male came back, and the male don't want to talk to the family, and he don't want to participate with talking to the police, and just acting in and lawyered up, and don't want to say anything, won't cooperate at all with telling these people where their loved ones are, you know. So it's just like, I was like, well, you know what, I'm going to talk to the Knowledge family right quick, and then you know, just talk about this situation, because this has been happening too much, you know. And you have to think about it, that you go on a trip with someone, or someone take you on a trip or something, and then you have no idea that they are planning that this trip is your last trip, you know. And or something happens on that trip that's they don't like, and then they do something to you, and then they come back and your loved ones never see you again, you know. And sometimes you have to talk about things. That's why I said I want to talk to the Knowledge family, because that's what we do here on the Knowledge channel. You know, we talk to each other and try to see what could we do to prevent things like this. And maybe we can't do anything to prevent things like this, but it's good to talk about it and see how can we diminish the problem and stop the problem from happening so much, you know. Because it have to be a sick in the head woman or man that literally plans to take someone out and let that person have a good time, enjoy themselves, and oh, they partying, and this person taking pictures, and they just having a good time. But all along, this person here knows that this gonna be this person's last trip. Now you got to be a real psycho for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a real psycho to do something like that. Because think about it. You have people that they planning trips to do bodily harm to someone. They'll take them way off on a trip somewhere, or take them way out on a mountain climb somewhere, or all that. And then all the time they're really planning on doing some harm to you. You know, and you up there, you taking, you know, just think about it. This person is out there taking, you got a couple that's out there, and this person is taking lovey-dovey pictures, and you know, this person taking selfies, but this person here knows that's going to be your last selfie, and you just having the time of your life, and they know that they getting ready to end your life, you know. And you just eating on shrimps and steaks and stuff, and this person sitting across from you knowing that's going to be your last shrimp and steak that you eat. That has to be a real psycho person. That's a real psycho person right there that will be literally looking at a person already done planned this and know that they getting ready to do some type of harm to you. And you know you just having a real good time, but your life is in the hands of a rattlesnake soul that's getting ready to spew venom inside of you to end your life. Oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said that this is just happening too much, and it's good to talk about things before things happen to see how can you stop the problem. If not stop the problem, slow the problem down or something like that. Because you have a lot of times that people start talking about things when it hit their family instead of talking about things to prevent it from hitting their family. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to talk about today, because that has to be an evil person to know that they're getting ready to do some bodily harm to someone, and they sit up there and they plan a trip or take this person on a trip or take this person off somewhere, do some bodily harm to them, then they come back by themselves and then don't cooperate and they act like ain't nothing ever happened. Because see, I'm going to tell you like this, you know, I think y'all let me know, Knowledge Family, you know, put it in the comment what you think that can be a prevention from this. But I feel like this, we have to pay more attention to when people are bringing someone inside of our families. You know what I'm saying? And we have to sit down and have hard conversations with them people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get right back to that. But you know, it's like sometimes this person here that has done some harm, they would literally come back and act like they don't want to answer any questions. They will act like they don't know where that person is. They will avoid the whole family. They will avoid the police. They will avoid everybody, because now they know that they have come back without this person, you know. And then it's funny that a lot of people think that they can tell the family some things. You know, like when a person come back, they think that they could tell the family something that the family gonna believe. Like they really feel like, because I was looking at on the news, and they trying to ask people where are their loved ones, and then you have some people that will really literally sit up there and come up with the perfect lie to tell this family as if it's gonna work. But it's always somebody in that family that know their family members so well that it's somebody in that family gonna know that what they person is saying is a lie. That that didn't happen. You know, like they'll say something like, oh well, you know, I don't know what happened to him. You know, we went to a restaurant and ate, and they was having, and they love to give a whole lot of small details when they know they lying. But you know, they was eating. She was eating some French fries with mustard and some coleslaw and a bologna sandwich and all that. And then she went to the restroom and just didn't come back no more. And you're like, huh? And then it's somebody in that family say, well, I know they lying because they don't even eat French fries and coleslaw and bologna and all that. They don't even eat that, you know. Or then you will have a female tell the family member like, oh well, you know, we was drinking beers and he was just drinking beers and everything, and then he just walked off and went somewhere, and I thought he was coming right back. I seen him talking to a stranger that looked real crazy, but I didn't think nothing of it. Huh? You didn't think nothing of it, that you saw him talking to a stranger that looked crazy, but you didn't think anything of it. And then on top of that, he don't even drink beer. Like, it's always a family member that's gonna know that, detect that lie that somebody's trying to pass off to the family, because they know that they done did something to that person's family member or that person's loved one or that person's friend. It could be two friends that go out and then only one friend come back. You know, you be like, wait a minute, hold on, wait, hold, pump the brake, because it's just happening too much. And I don't know why people feel like they can get over on family members when they takes a loved one off and then tell me, oh well, you know, they slipped off the deck. Oh, well, then you should have slipped right off the deck behind them then. That's what you should have did. No, because that right there is we ain't go. Okay, you think that my intelligence just slipped off the deck too. You know what I'm saying? Because, don't get me wrong, things can happen on a trip or somewhere like that when couples are out and friends are out. Tragedies can sometimes happen and things like this where a person just come up missing and don't nobody know where they are. That does happen, but it's happening far too much that couples are going out or friends are going out and then only one is coming back, but the one who comes back don't want to talk and avoiding the family and avoiding the police. You know, don't want to come up with any type of answers or something. Or either they done been back home 10, 12 days and you didn't even know that the family member was missing. You thought the family member came back too, but the family member didn't come back. And then they said, oh, well, you know, I just woke up and they just disappeared. They purse still here, cell phone still here, everything. And man too. You know, everything, all their belongings is still there, but they gone. Okay, all right. Yeah, but it's happening far too much, y'all. It's happening far too much, and I feel like this, that we need to start sitting down and having deep, hard discussions with people who are entering our family. We need to start having hard discussions to people who are entering our loved ones' life. You know, people who are coming that our loved ones are bringing into our family. So if somebody is dating someone, I mean, it's no harm, whether it's a cousin, sister, brother, auntie, anything like that, granddaughter, grandson, or whatever. If your son brings a female home, you know, it done got to where, you know, it used to be where we be like, oh, you know, that's a nice person, yeah, oh yes, you know, he you know, she's real sweet, she cute, whatever, and then you let them go out on a date. Well, I think we need to start Knowledge Family telling people from the jump. You know, when people come and they introducing you to the family and all that stuff like that, then you need to say, hey, look here, the same way that she's leaving here with you, you need to bring her back like that. Vice versa with a guy. If your son is going out with this female and he introduced you to the female or something like that, that female needs to know, hey, look here, if anything happens to him, we're holding you highly responsible. If y'all go somewhere, or y'all go out on a trip, or y'all go to the movies, or y'all go to the park or something like that, and then you come back without him and we can't find him, we gonna hold you highly responsible until we find out what really happened. You know, and I think we need to start having these discussions, because it's some family members now that do have these type of discussions with anybody that enters into their family circle or their family surroundings. But then you have some people that kind of take it for granted and don't think, you know, somebody come and pick up your loved one on a date, and then your loved one go out on a date, and then something happens to where your loved one don't come back. Well, then you be wishing, man, I didn't know him much, or I didn't this or that. And sometimes you just have to let that person know around a dinner table, hey, tell him to come over for dinner, or hey, tell him let's go out to eat for lunch. Hey, tell him we're gonna pay for lunch and we want him to come, you know, come and join us for lunch and stuff. And when they come to lunch, he or she, people need to start telling them, family members need to start telling them, care if it's an uncle, cousin, whatever, need to start telling them, hey, look here, when you go out with them or leave with them or y'all traveling together, we expect for that person to come back. And if that person don't come back, we're going to hold you highly responsible, and you're going to have to answer to us. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have to answer. And, you know, so if you go somewhere on a trip or something, and something happens to them, don't come back without that person. Or you better be sure letting us know and telling us all kinds of stuff. You're going to have to reassure us. And you're going to have to reassure the police department too that you are innocent of that. Because we want to know where that loved one is. So I think that we need to start having more conversations. And like I said, y'all put it in the comment. Maybe you might know some things that's preventable. You know, like I said, have people to come over for dinner and talk to them. If your son, daughter, or whatever is dating someone, or grandson or granddaughter dating someone or something, let that person come over there and get to know that person, and then have that hard conversation with that person. Like, look here, they left with you. If they leave with you, they better come back. And if they left in good hands and smiling and jolly, they need to come back smiling and jolly. And we don't expect for her to put her hands on you, and we don't expect for you to put your hands on her. You know, and I think family members have to start letting some people know that our loved one means a whole lot to us. And if you or going out with them, or you're taking them out somewhere, or you're taking them out on a trip, we expect for them to come back. And if they don't come back, then you don't need to come back. Because, baby, it's going to be hard for you. And like I said, I'm not promoting violence. I'm trying to tell people things to stop violence from happening. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you know, he slipped off the deck. Well, then you should have slipped off the deck with him. I ain't promoting violence, but I'm trying to tell people things that will prevent violence. You know, and that's just something that we have to learn how to do more, is communicate with whoever our loved ones are dealing with. And when we meet these people and we see these people, we need to ensure them right then. Because you know, it's a lot of people that might say, well, you know, we just met him today, or we just met her today, so we don't want to frighten her. No, you're not frightening them. You're just telling. See, because if you don't tell them today, tomorrow might be too late. So they need to know where this family is coming from, where you coming from, where everybody in y'all circle is coming from. That if something happens to this person while you are with them, you're going to have a whole lot of explaining to do. And we're going to hold you highly responsible for whatever happened to them. And we're not playing. See, you got to put a little fear in somebody to let them know that this person right here, this woman, this man, is nothing to play with. And we expect that you bring them back the same way they left with you. And if you can't do that, then you might as well leave. Because I know some people that has approached people like that. I know some families that do let people know right off the bat, hey, this is how it go. And if you don't, you know, feel like you really digging this person, leave them alone. And if you go anywhere with them, or y'all go on trips together, or whatever y'all do and all that right there, I'm going to tell you right now, if that person comes up missing on your watch, we going to hold you real responsible. Real responsible. Because we don't play that over here. You know, so sometimes you just have to let people know. And I've known a family who did let people know, and then that person like bagged off and never came back. See, you have to let a person know, because you don't know what type of intentions they have. And if they have bad intentions, you already done chopped that and cut that. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to come around no more. And I know one female, her father let that guy know right off the bat, like, hey, look here, I don't care where y'all go traveling, y'all want to go here, you want to take her here, you want to take her cross country, you want to take her cross town, but what I do know is that, hey, wherever you go cross, or wherever you go, or wherever you take her, you sure better make damn sure you bring her back. Because if you come back here without her and say, oh, you don't know what happened to her and all that and this and that, oh no, the Porsche gonna be moving around here with your ass if you cannot give us something to let us know, and you helping us find that person. Because it's a whole lot. Like I said, I'm not promoting violence. I'm trying to stop violence from happening by telling people, like, knowledge family, you know, like, talk to family members or granddaughters or grandsons or sons and daughters or cousins, sisters and brothers or whatever. You have to make sure, man, that we are definitely talking to whoever our family members are bringing into their life. And I know some people might say, oh, well, that ain't their business, or, I don't want them in my, I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But if you are close, like a grandmother or grandfather, or you're raising someone, or that's your sister or your brother, whatever, yes, you do have the right to just, hey, have that hard, deep conversation with that person. And it can be very nice, and y'all can toast afterwards and have a drink. But at least they know that if anything happened to this person right here, I just can't come up with an excuse. If I do something with her, they'll have that fear that they'll just leave that person alone rather than to deal with that family, or deal with that mother, or deal with that father, or deal with that cousin, or deal with whatever. So people just have to know, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's too many people that I was listening at it today on the radio. It's too many incidents where there are couples going places together and only one coming back. And then that one ain't talking and don't want to tell nothing or nothing like that. That's wrong. That is so wrong. And it's friends. It's not only like couples. It's friends. It's best friends that go out and then one come back and then the other one is missing. So that's why I say I think we need to. That's one little solution that I think that we can do, is talk to our families, talk to whoever our family is bringing inside of our family. That person that is coming inside the family, then it's some people in that family need to have a hard conversation with that person and let them know that this person is valuable to us. And if anything happened to this person, we holding you highly responsible. And when you leave with this person, then we expect for that person to come back with you. Or it's going to be a big price to pay. And like I said, that's not promoting violence. That's trying to help people stop the violence. Because when people know and a little bit of fear get in them, then they know that, they will be thinking that. Because you just have some people that do things to people because they feel like that person don't have no family. Or they feel like that person don't have nobody to run to. Or they feel like that person is on their own and nobody really cares for that person. So then they'll start treating that person bad, dogging that person out, do something to that person because they feel like, I probably get away with it anyway because her family don't care about her. She ain't really close to her family. He ain't really close to the family. So, so you have to look at things like that. So you have to, I feel like the solution is we have to let that person know who is entering inside of that family. Let them know that, hey, this one right here, we ain't playing that. I don't care where you go. You can take them on a cruise ship. You can take them on a mountain hike. You can take them on a ski trip down a slope. You can whatever. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and another thing, well, you can take them any way you want to. But what we do know is you better to bring them back. You best to bring them back. Because if they come back without you, ain't no sense you come telling me nothing. Ain't no sense you come telling me nothing about nobody done slipped off no deck. Ain't no sense you telling me something about y'all went hiking and then they just tripped down the down. They might have did. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have some hell prices to pay to convince me that it happened on accident. And by coming back and not talking to the family and not talking to the police and not talking to nobody, oh no, I know that ain't gonna fly. So see, that's why I said we have to have hard conversations about that type of stuff so we can prevent this from happening. Because it is a lot of people that will take advantage if they feel like that person doesn't have family member who really cares. Just point blank period. That's just how it is, and then you have some men and some females, that will take advantage of a situation. And I'm going to tell you right now, when a person gets mad, I think that's another solution. If people know that they're already in a very bad relationship and they fighting all the time and they going at it all the time, ain't no sense. If y'all just done got through fighting, ain't no sense in you going nowhere when that person, okay, y'all done got through fighting, or y'all arguing all the time, or the relationship just rocking, and then all of a sudden this person say, hey, let's go on a mountain trip. Oh no, hell, you ain't finna take me on no mountain trip. No. Things ain't right now. We got to let this thing get better. You ain't finna take me on no mountain trip. Or, hey, let's go jump out of the parachute. Oh no, I tell you what we can do. We can go down the store and go get about 6 or 7 balloons, put some helium in it, and then go down to the park and then just watch the balloons go up in the air. Because I ain't finna get in nothing 2,000 stories or 2,000 feet up, and we just done got through arguing. And hey, let's go on the mountain trip. You ain't finna take me up, and we just got through arguing. I'm telling you, when the relationships are rocking and all that stuff too, there ain't no sense of going up on the mountain trip and all that stuff. Cause see, all that they try to make a good excuse of what done happened. I tell you what, you want to take me on the mountain trip after all this old arguing and fussing and all that stuff? Let's go on the mountain trip. No, we ain't going on no mountain trip. I tell you what we can do. We can go downtown and find the tallest building down there and pack us some lunches and just walk up and down those stairs in that building until we get tired. That's about as high as a mountain I'm gonna go. I'm not getting on no mountain. See, when you're having arguments and mad and stuff like that, because when I was listening to that story, it's a couple of them that said they had the couple had got into it at about 2 weeks prior. Now he missing, but she done came back. And then the other story I heard today is that, they was fighting somewhere on the highway, on the road, and then 10 days later, he come back. She ain't come back. You see what I'm saying? So that looks like that's a trend too on that. After a person arguing, or after a deep divorce, or something like that, or you're getting ready to get a divorce or something like that, and then all of a sudden somebody want to take you up on the highest mountain there is, somebody, let's go hiking. Oh no, that's all right. I ain't going hiking that. No. Go and talk to my lawyer now and go and sign them papers. That's about the hike we gonna get. You can hike your ass down there to his office and hurry up and sign them papers. Because you talking about me hiking up on them damn mountain and we going through a middle of a divorce and a middle of a breakup or middle of something. So I think that's another solution that can stop it. I know people say, we want to end on a good note, because some people that say can have divorces, but they end on good notes. They can have breakups, but they end on good notes. You can have a best friend, but y'all not as best friends no more, but you still end on good notes. You know what I'm saying? But then you just have to evaluate for yourself. Do you know this person good enough to go somewhere like that after an incident has been reoccurring and re-happening and things are not going too well? Do you really trust this person to go out on something like that? Like, let's go on a road trip, huh? Let's go hiking, huh? You know what I'm saying? Let's go jump off the parachutes, huh? Like, we weren't really doing all that, you know what I'm saying, before. Why you want to do it now? So it's just certain things you have to evaluate, people. So that's all I had to say. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. But anyway, just put down in the comment different solutions that y'all think, and then some of y'all be like, I don't know, I can't say, but I dig what you're saying, but I just want to talk about that because I heard these stories today, 3 different stories about the man. It was a couple, but the female came back and the man is missing. And then it's a couple where the men came back and the females are missing. And one of them is a big top trending story now, is where they went on a cross country road trip or whatever, and he has come back and the girl hasn't, and he not even want to talk to the family. He don't want to talk to the police. He don't want to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to, like I said, I think it starts where whoever is entering our family circle, whoever is coming in as a date or as a fiance or as a husband or as a boyfriend or as a girlfriend or whatever, that somebody in that family need to sit down and have a hard conversation with that person, so that person knows that this right here ain't nothing to play with. And if anything happened to this one, we holding this whole family, holding you highly, highly responsible. And I'm going to tell you right now, I hope we don't have to street sweep this neighborhood with your ass. And you have to kick it to them. Like I said, I'm not promoting violence. I'm trying to tell people how to prevent violence from happening. So that's all I have to say about that, y'all. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And we all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from y'all goals and success. Bye-bye.